Well, Jackie, thanks for coming in and talking with us today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Definitely something that is going to hopefully bring some awareness to what we do.
Okay, well, tell us, what do you do?
Okay, so are you familiar with the Family Crisis
I've
Center?
heard it. I've heard a lot, and I think it's changed over the years since I haven't been on the streets patrolling. It's been years, so I'm pretty sure there's updates and everything.
Yes, so the Family Crisis Center is a nonprofit organization. It started in 1981 and it's dedicated to helping victims and survivors of domestic violence and or sexual assault. Our services are all free. They're all confidential. I sound like very robotic because I'm so used to saying it so often,
The
right?
pitch of it,
Yeah. But it is a great organization in our local community that actually has our main office here in Harlingen.
Okay.
We do have a second office in Raymondville, so we service Cameron County and Willacy County. But our focus is to really just bring that awareness of and to provide the assistance to those who are needing services.
Okay, so you're talking about services. What kind of services are you talking about? Like, what in depth is that?
So we have counseling services within our agency that is free for anybody who has either gone through either domestic violence, sexual assault, right? Maybe even has been a witness of, either lived with, as a child, grew up in, right? So they can come in, receive counseling services, as well as legal assistance. So if anybody is needing maybe a protective order, press charges, come here to law enforcement and speak to an officer about the situation, we actually accompany and we can go with them. Just a support system, right? So that they feel confident and comfortable enough that they're able to talk about it to somebody. We do work very closely with legal aid. So Trala is one of the agencies that we resource with, and they're able to provide services for our clients. If they're needing anything from maybe a child custody case that happened through that, divorce, just anything pertaining legally, right? We assist with the process.
Okay.
So we aren't lawyers, but we can say that we can connect you with who, right? And then what's the process to take, and just having that, like I said, the confidence to be able to go through it, because a lot of the times they back up, right? And so they won't go through the procedure because they feel lost or they feel like
No one's out there to help them. Yeah.
exactly. We also provide shelter.
Okay.
So we do have a confidential location, and they're able to stay there, whatever they're needing, any type of either hygiene products, clothing, anything of the means, right? For themselves, let's say they come in with children or another adult, we provide the services for them as well there. And just to give them a safe place. A lot of the times they lose the connection with their family, their friends, right? Because they stayed in either the abuse or the home. And so then they end up losing that contact. So then we become that support system, like I said.
Okay. And there was a part earlier you said about having them come in and helping them file that police report. So people that are victims or are experiencing abusive relationships, they don't need to report it to us first to get services from you.
No, in actuality, they don't even need to report it. They just have to be, unfortunately, the victim of. But they can come into our office as a walk-in and just straightly start receiving the services that we provide for them.
And all these services are free because you're a nonprofit, right?
Yes, correct.
Now, you mentioned about housing if they need it, and we don't disclose the address. The only people that know where it's at is y'all staff members and us.
Yes.
Right. So that is available for people thinking they don't have nowhere to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of the times they stay in the situation because they feel that there's no means for them. So it's unfortunate that those people who don't know about our services, and that's why I think it's important to talk about it, going into the community, and we talk a lot about what we provide and how we can assist.
Okay. So as far as, like, say somebody calls us and they reported abuse and they want to get out of the house, we make contact with you as far as law enforcement. We call y'all and you guys arrange the drop off. What should they bring with them for that?
We do a safety plan usually with them, and we'll tell them, especially like important documents, um, social security, birth certificates, IDs, if they have any cash, any type of funding that they can take with them. Um, Clothing, articles, things that are important, especially if they have children, their children's documentation as well. So we'll tell them to prepare that. And then when they're ready to do their emergency exit, for them to be able to grab that and go.
Okay, and I know of it popped in my head right now because I know remembering back when I was patrolling, dealing with these situations. A lot of them would say, "Oh, I couldn't go to the crisis center because I had pets, and they wouldn't take pets." Do you guys allow pets there?
So a pet is a situation, but it's not something that should prevent them from stepping out. There can always be some type of arrangement made. I know that before we would pair up with the Humane Society
Okay.
and I believe foster homes. But either way, if it's life threatening or it's something that you see is not getting better, definitely step out no matter what.
And it doesn't matter how many kids they have either, right?
No,
Okay.
there's no discrimination against, right? Anybody, whether religion or citizenship, anything of that sort, male, female, we do assist both. And anybody who is needing it,
Okay.
it's for everybody.
Yeah, and that was a very important one you just said right now. They don't have to be with to have their citizenship here to be able to get these services.
No, yes.
Okay. Now, as far as this program and it's out there for them, how can they get in contact with you if they need assistance?
So we do have a hotline. We have a 24-hour hotline that they can call at any time, either whether it's somebody who just has questions, needs the assistance, needs a shelter. I'll give it to you over, right? It's 956-423-9304. It's available at any time. There's always somebody to either answer questions. If somebody says, I have a cousin, right, who is needing these services, but I don't know how to approach them. If you call, we'll be able to assist with that as well, just giving tips. I always say try to bring them into the office. Have them walk in, have them come in and talk to an advocate. They don't have to come in, sign up anything, their life away. It's just maybe get educated on what are the signs of abuse, or maybe what is a procedure they can take if and when they're ready to step out of that. How can they come back? We have clients who have stepped into our shelter and the following day have said, you know what, I can't do this. So, might go back to the abuser or the home and maybe a few days later come back and say, no, yes, yeah, I'm
I
ready.
need to get out, yeah.
So it's something that is scary. It's something that is confusing as well. But most of the time it's needed, right? So...
Now, like let's say if we have those people that aren't really there yet that want to get out there and get help, but they're thinking about it and they're trying to see, okay, what can I do? What do they offer? Is there something that they can get on, like a social media page or a website?
Yes, we have our Family Crisis Center website, which is www.familycrisisctr.org. And they can go onto our site, get information about our services. They can get our 24-hour hotline on there. They can, that way they're able to contact us. We even have a Facebook page. On our Facebook, it has our information as well, might have some different information as far as what violence is, what abuse is, what are red flags, right? So what's a healthy relationship? Just, that alone. So that way they can kind of compare and see, right?
Okay. Somebody can just walk in and like listen to what's going on as far as educational purposes.
So our outreach team does go out into the community as far as schools, even some of the agencies that have meetings, right? So we go in there and we do discuss, like I said, what's healthy in a relationship, what's domestic violence. We talk about different, like even teen dating violence. And then from there, we do have support group, but that is something that they do have to be a client
Okay.
in order. So they can just come in, speak to one of our advocates, and then from there, the advocate can go ahead and discuss with them the support group.
Okay. Now, I see some flyers you had brought in. Do you got some events coming up?
We do. Actually, we've paired up. United Way is one of our funding sources.
Okay.
So it's local, right? And they support local agencies. We're doing a United We Run 5K,
Okay.
which is going to happen on September 6th. So if you're a runner or even a walker, somebody who walks and just wants to get out and support local agencies, we are one of those agencies that they represent. And so we're going to be at McKelvey Park.
McKelvey Park.
Uh-huh.
For that
So
5K.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, a family event, they can come out and just enjoy supporting local agencies.
I know we were talking about that event. So there was a part there where it's also a category for the kids.
Yes, so we've opened up kids category, and if they go onto our website, it's posted up on there, or even on United Way, it's on there. There's a registration, what is it? The kind of like a key, for a code for them
the QR code.
Yeah, thank
the
you.
QR code, yeah.
The QR code, and so that way they can go ahead and sign up.
Okay.
Yes.
So that event is happening in September.
September.
Do you have anything in October, which
So
is the awareness month?
Yeah,
Okay.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we will be kicking off with a domestic violence awareness vigil here, actually at the Harlingen Police Department.
Okay.
I believe it is October 2nd in the evening at 6 o'clock. So if you're wanting to come out, support survivors and just in remembrance of those, right? As well as supporting our agency and what we do, come out, right? That's something that we want the communities to get involved in as well, to share that awareness and shed some light on that. And we're working on a outreach event for October 17th, also with the Harlingen Police Department.
Okay.
We're not yet set if it's going to be at our parking lot, at our office, but we're working on it. And as soon as we get those
The plan
details,
set,
yeah,
yeah.
it'll be posted out.
Gotcha.
So just follow our page so that way you're up to date with what we're doing.
Nice. So for our listeners and the viewers, what is your last message to them? What would you want them to know?
I think it's important for our community to, one, talk about the situations that do occur. I think a lot of it is hidden and brushed off as far as I don't want to get involved or it's not my problem. We talk a lot about tóxico and tóxica, right? And we laugh about it and we joke about it. But in actuality, right, those tendencies are showing some abusive behavior. So I think it's important that we're able to support one another, let them know that there is an agency that is in our local community that can help and that can help make a difference in their life. Nobody should tolerate any type of abuse, right? And so whether it's verbal, financial, right? A lot of people don't understand that having power and control over their finances is abuse. Even if it's emotional, right? Oh, well, they're just, that's name calling.
They're having a bad day.
Yeah,
Making
exactly.
excuses for them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just let them, sleep it off, or I'll feed them and it'll go away.
Yes.
But it's continuous, right? So that they know that there is change and it's possible, and that there is a support system out there who is wanting to help them make a difference in their life. So not just these services, right? We go beyond that as well. We assist with ways for them to be independent and get into their own home and things of that matter where they're outside of that abuse. And when you walk in, it's one way, but you walk out in a better way, right? So just for them to be aware, to be supportive, and to share that information with others.
Okay. So what's that hotline number again that they can call?
It's going to be 1-866-423-9304.
And the website?
That is www.5 familycrisisctr.org.
Okay, and I'll put that on the screen as the video
I
goes, so it's
appreciate
there
that.
also.
Yes.
But thank you for coming out and spending some time with us and talking about this issues that we have here and what services you provide. I think the public is good for that. They need that information. I've experienced a lot of it through my years here. So it's good to know that there's services out there for these people to turn to when they're
Yes.
in these moments. So
Thank you.
so thanks for coming out. All right.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thanks.